Hey, what's going on, guys? And we have a brand new PWG show of the year. This is an excellent show. I know I've had a lot of trouble pronouncing things and misspelling things over the last couple of weeks, but let me get this right. The name of the show is called Guerre Sans Frontières. All right, that's the name of the show. Uh, I think I'm pronouncing the whole thing right this time. But let's just get down to it. This is an excellent show. Not everything was spectacular. The undercard. Let's talk about the undercard first. The opener was great though. We get like a three-way scramble tag team match. We get Charles Mercury and the Cutler brothers versus Malachi Jackson and Los Luchas versus Johnny Goodtime, Shane Haste, and Jermome LTP Robinson. Now Jermome LTP Robinson is really over. He's like a little black dude that can pull off a lot of sweet moves. This is just a great scramble match. Really exciting stuff. Just a lot of high spots and just a lot of great tag team maneuvers. Really, really fun stuff. So that was good. Next up, we had a women's match. We had Candice LeRae versus Christina von Eerie. Candice LeRae is okay, but this match is just kind of average to me. As far as my thoughts on women's wrestling, I totally agree with Doug when he said that if the women can't go, then there's no reason why they should have two matches on a pay-per-view. I'm really taking his side on that. I know a lot of people thought he was sexist for saying that, but if the women can deliver, then I wouldn't mind seeing multiple women's matches on a show. But this is okay though. They needed something to fill in the slot. And Candice LeRae, she seems like a nice girl and a pretty good worker. So I had no problem with this. This is okay. Next up, we get Human Tornado versus Scott Lost. A pretty fun match. I thought it could have went longer. Um, there's a lot of good chemistry between these two guys. The crowd was really into it. There was "Let's Go Tornado" and "Let's Go Scott Lost." There was like a dual chant, so that was pretty good. PWG usually doesn't do a lot of that, so yeah, this is a pretty fun match. It just maybe three and one quarter stars, maybe 3 stars. I was kind of expecting a little more from it actually, but there's so much stuff on this card. I guess they just wanted to save time for the other matches. All right, so the next match after that was, oh my God, this is Karl the Machine Gun Anderson versus Roderick Strong. Um, wow, I did not expect this to be that good. This is the first time where, Karl Anderson, he's pretty much impressed me over the year. I haven't seen a lot of him. I saw him wrestle in a tag match with Paul London's first match back in PWG. He looked really impressive there, but here he just took it to another level. This is Karl Anderson's a pretty good big man. There's a lot of, I mean, he's really good for a big man. Uh, really strong, really athletic. He just does a lot of great things, and I think pairing him up with Roderick Strong was a good move. Roderick has had a great year, as we all know, and he's able to have great matches with a guy like Sanjay Dutt, or he could have a good match with a guy like Karl Anderson, someone that's a lot bigger than him. And these two just beat the shit out of each other. I mean, it was crazy. It was stiff as hell. The near falls are crazy. They just punished the crap out of each other. Strong did a whole bunch of yakuzas, uh, like running drop kicks, or I'm sorry, just running straightforward running kicks to Karl Anderson. A lot of stiff shots to the head. I mean, this is a really brutal match. This is a solid 4-star match. Definitely check it out. Another great performance from Roderick Strong. Karl Anderson could definitely go. He really impressed me here. All right, so the next match after this was we get not El Generico. We get Naruki Dory versus Joey Ryan. Yeah, the great thing about this show is it took place right before Dragon Gate's Untouchable pay-per-view. So this took place on a Friday. So I guess this is the day right before the taping. So yeah, so we got some PWG versus Dragon Gate Dream matches, which was great to see. So the first match was Naruki Doi versus Joey Ryan, the first Dragon Gate PWG showdown match, and yeah, this is pretty good. Joey Ryan, he finally got to show what he could do again. This match will kind of remind you of why he was PWG's second longest reigning champion ever. He hasn't been doing a lot in PWG lately. He just had a few with Chris Hero, but this is a different kind of match for him. Him and Naruki Doi had a pretty good match. It was a solid 3.5-star match. Um, Naruki Doi is an excellent wrestler, but the near falls are pretty good. It was a very solid match. It just it just didn't go beyond 3.5 stars. I mean, a lot of people might think, considering the talents involved, that it could reach that level, but it's just a solid 3.5 star match. All right, so next up, this is the match, probably the match of the night, and maybe the PWG match of the year. This shocked the shit out of me. I thought it would be good, but I didn't think it would be this good. Obviously, Shingo is on a roll right now, so we get El Generico versus Shingo. Excellent match, easily 4.5 stars, maybe 4.75 stars, but I mean, this kind of started off. It didn't start off slow, but after the first couple minutes, I thought, oh, this really might not even reach the 4 star level. This might be just, decent. But then it really picked up. El Generico did really cool spot was El Generico did his dive through the rope, looked like it was going to do like a torpedo and then a DDT, but then Shingo countered the DDT into a suplex. That was the sweet spot, and then eventually he just got really stiff. I mean, there's a ton of fighting spirit, a ton of Yakuzas from Jericho, from El Generico. Shingo hit a variety of like drivers off the top rope for a lot of good near falls. Trying to think of what else happened. The near falls are crazy here. This is some of the best near falls I've seen all year. I'm serious about that. And El Generico kicked out of Shingo's finisher. I can't even remember what it's called. But yeah, the Shingo's finisher. I've never seen anyone kick out of it, but El Generico kicked out of it like 2 times here. But yeah, this is an excellent match. Definitely check it out. I haven't seen the Shingo Davey Richards match yet, but I would imagine that this is pretty close to it, and this is a great prelude to that match, because I would imagine, since both matches took place like the same weekend, this is definitely a nice precursor to that match, because I imagine that's an excellent match as well, because this match was awesome. All right, so the next match after that was CIMA and the Motor City Machine Guns versus Bryan, Kenderick, and the Young Bucks. Excellent match, really fun stuff. CIMA really stole the show here. I thought he gave a great performance of athleticism, and there was some comedy involved as well, so it was just really fun stuff. The Motor City Machine Guns a little bit more aggressive here. The storyline was, they lost to the Young Bucks back at PWG 99, so they were trying to be a little bit more aggressive. Kenderick did it. He doesn't look that good to me so far. Kenderick was tagging with the Young Bucks. They were kind of playing the heelish tag team, and Kenderick really didn't do a lot in this match. I mean, when he was in there, he looked decent, but his conditioning doesn't look that good to me so far. But this is just a really fun match, a solid 4-star tag match. This is definitely main event material, but it did a main event the show because we get Chris Hero facing Bryan Danielson for the PWG title. This is Bryan Danielson's last PWG match. This is an essential part of the Final Countdown tour, an excellent main event. Maybe this is match of the night. It's pretty much a toss-up what was match of the night, this or the Shingo El Generico match, but this is an awesome match. Definitely the best Chris Hero Bryan Danielson match that I've seen, and it's definitely going to be hard for their Dayton match to top this. I know they already had it, but I haven't seen that yet, but I would imagine this is probably better than that. This went about 40 minutes, and this was epic stuff. Chris Hero played a great heel here. I don't think Chris Hero is officially a heel, but he kind of played the role of the heel. It kind of reminded me of the Glory by Honor 8 match between Nigel and Danielson. A lot of similarities. This might have even been better than that. I'm not really sure yet. I still need to see both of them on DVD before I make a final decision about that. But this is great stuff. Danielson actually got busted open from a chair shot. So yeah, he was kind of like struggling, kind of playing the Rocky role the whole match. And then he had a great comeback. And then eventually Danielson did win the PWG title by submission after about 40 minutes. Just an excellent match here. A great drama. This is one of the most dramatic title matches I've seen all year. And the aftermath was great as well. Bryan Danielson got a really nice emotional send-off. This might have been a little bit more fun than the Glory by Honor send-off as well. I thought it was really well done. He really, this is kind of what CM Punk was expected to do at Death Before Dishonor 3. Just put over everyone else from the roster and forfeit the PWG title. And it really came off well. Danielson definitely put over the rest of the PWG roster. Definitely. And he talked about how the next PWG champion will be crowned at Battle of Los Angeles in November. So definitely looking forward to the Battle of Los Angeles. I think it'll be great. Can't wait for that. And the promos backstage after the show with Chris Hero and Bryan Danielson, 2 great promos. I still think the Hero promo is the best promo of the year. That's just my opinion. But definitely check the show out. I'm going to give it a solid 9. Probably the best PWG show of the year, and maybe one of the top 10 independent wrestling shows that have taken place all year. All right. Thanks for watching.